Okay guys, so we're going to be doing a weaving today, but first we have to make our loom. So you're going to take a piece of your tag board, which is a sturdy cardboard, and a ruler, and you're going to lay it at the top of your cardboard like so, and you're going to mark it at every ½ inch. So I'm going to mark it at half, sorry, this is upside down, I know, but at least you can see what I'm doing. Half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. I'm going to slide my ruler down to the bottom. The reason I slide it down is so that I know I'm starting from the same side with my measurements instead of flipping my cardboard over. So I'm going to again mark it half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and then 4. You do not have to connect your lines, and when you're done, it will look something like this. The next step is to take your scissors and do a quick snip on each line. So I'm literally going to go like this, about a ½ inch or 1/4 inch. It doesn't have to be exact on each one, but you just want to give enough room in between each one for your thread to slide through. You're also going to flip it over, and you're going to do it on the bottom as well. Okay, so that's step 1, measure every ½ inch. Step 2, cut slits. Step 3, you're going to take your black nylon thread, and you're going to measure 2 times the length of your table. There's 1. And then I'm going to come back 2, and that way I know I have enough thread. Cut it off, and you're going to make the weaving part of your loom. So on the back, you're going to have a little small tail like so. You're going to take a piece of masking tape and tape that down so it does not move. Okay, you want to kind of press really hard. Make sure it's stuck really good. Go through. Go down. Now here's the tricky part. You're not just going to turn it around and go back up. You're going to go around. Do you see that? And then up. And then around. Shove it in the crease. Flip it over. Up. And then go around. Down. So really the lines you can see are only on one side and not the front and the back, but just the front. Down, over, up, over. Sorry, the over is kind of tricky sometimes. Down, over, and then up. And see, you should have enough string if you do it 2 lengths of your table. Now you want to make sure it's nice and tight. Flip it over, and again, tape your tail in place so it does not move. Okay, you want to be pretty firm with the tape. You want a pretty big piece of tape. You want it to go the length, or excuse me, the direction of the yarn. And this extra tail here you can just cut off. Okay, now you want to thread your needle. Super easy because I have super large needles. You're going to go through the eye of the needle. You're going to make a loop like so. You're going to tuck the tail, pull it tight, and you want to do that exact same thing 2 times so you have a double knot. Okay? When you first start your weaving, you guys know that weaving is done by over, under, or under, over. Does not matter. But you can start in the middle. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. See that? I've got my entire needle in there the way it should be. It's correct. I'm going to pull it. On your very first time through, you want to continue to pull until literally you have about a finger's length left of a tail. Okay? I'm going to come over here to this side and double check. My last one goes over, so I want to start by going the opposite and doing under. Now when you pull, be careful not to pull too tight, because if you pull too tight, you can squeeze in your loom, and it makes it very hard to use later. But you do want to slide them close to each other. And then again, you're just going to continue. If the last one is over, you go under. So let's pretend like I've used all of my red string. I've come to the end. I can't use any more. and I need to change colors. Okay, so I'm going to start on the same side where I ended. This last one is going over the black thread, so I'm going to start by going under, and then I'm going to pull it just like I did the first time, all the way through, leaving nothing but a tail. Do you see that? And the tails are about the same length. And I'm going to keep going, and at the very end, what's going to happen is all these little tails that are hanging off the edges of my loom, we're going to tie them together at the very end. You can go ahead and tie it now if you want to, but you don't have to. As long as your tails are hanging out the edge, you are a-okay. Now, after you work through a couple of colors like this, I am going to bring out some beads that you can actually thread on to your thread while you are sewing and weaving, while you're weaving. So for example, if I wanted to put a bead like right here on this one, I could go under, over, under, put the bead on, and then continue weaving and pull it through, and it'll be a nice decorative thing that you can add to it. But other than that, you're going to keep going with the green until it runs out. And again, start on the same side where it ends with a new color. You can do a pattern, you can do random, you can do a little bit of one color, a lot of another, and have thick and thin areas. But your goal is to continue up to the very top. Hope you guys have fun weaving. Thank you.